some of your pitch, just a few things in your pitch. Got other questions? Certainly you can ask questions. But one of the things that's good is to get up and talk and try it. Because what you'll find is that you'll get a hell of a lot more information from the people sitting here than you will from me. It's amazing. And everybody in the room wants you to succeed. You know, they're going to be really nice to you because they're like to be the next one up, you know? And they don't know you may have a tomato in your pocket. So who would like to try?
Actually, is there a way we can get your notes via email or printed?
They are posted on the website. If you go to the startupchallenge.org and go to under compete, there's a page called resources, and the slides are posted on that page.
All right, so we'll go around the room in this order. We'll let you go first.
See, that's cool. Way I start. Tick, 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 right? Yeah, tick, tick, tick. Start out. Go. Hi, my name is Ken James, and I'm here today to present to you Escoffiers. Escoffiers is a in-home, doorstep, fine dining experience that we like to bring to middle and upper income young professionals, all the way up to the post-baby boom dinosaurs. 50.
What's that?
50
I wouldn't
plus.
say that your judges are all going to be
Yeah.
baby boomers.
I was
So.
just going to say, I resemble everybody.
Escoffiers teams up with culinary schools all globally, all across the world, to offer you a personal chef experience at home. The business is designed to serve professionals on the go or people that have disposable income and are tired of the restaurant scene and waiting 45 to an hour to get your table. We also will provide culinary services such as cooking classes, education on various types of food, wine, as well as, wait for it, you can challenge the wine snob on our site. It's also designed to provide resources for the chefs to better perfect their culinary education, and also to do a capital raise when it's time for them to actually open up their own restaurant. We're here to support the industry as a whole, but to decrease the risk of restaurants going out of business within a very short period of time. I am looking to raise approximately $50,000 initially to complete the web-based and mobile application. And hopefully the product in its first year will at least capture about 5% of the market from other web-based or mobile in-home services, culinary services.
How are you going to get revenue?
Revenue comes from, thank you. Revenue comes from member-based fees, as well as the web-based advertising. We plan on offering advertising services to companies offering culinary products, as well as partnering with the culinary schools.
and getting investments from the schools all across the globe. We will have partnerships with the top 30 culinary schools, which are predominantly located here in America. There are 22 culinary schools here in America, and there are 8 all across Europe.
Wow. This is my first big pitch.
So in the subject of don't wing it, now you know why.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
I just want to applaud you for the next one.
Yeah.
So just to give you a couple benchmarks. First of all, when you got up to your first pause, where you were still struggling to figure out when Brad prompted you about other, you had only been going a little over 3 minutes at that point.
Okay,
And you still have a minute left.
right,
So you got plenty of time.
okay.
You know, you're doing well in terms of getting your points out quickly, so.
Oh, well, thank you.
We would like suggestions.
Sure, absolutely. So what did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? What did he miss?
And there are 3 big points that I did not cover.
Good.
So,
So let him have it.
What are the 3 points?
That's yours.
the 3 points are innovation and operations. I plan a team with colleges and universities globally to leverage the internship base as a operational support to manage the chefs. I also, 2% of all revenue generated in the company will go towards a charitable organization called No Child Left Hungry. And that organization is designed to eliminate childhood hunger globally, and also provide the tools to areas in which don't have the capacity to obtain vegetables and fruit because they don't have the resources or the capacity to grow it, or the access to fresh vegetables and fruit isn't reasonable. They may have to go long distances to have access to that. Also, education on nutrition. The organization partners with our Salinas Valley agricultural industry to provide education on growing fresh fruits and vegetables. The other piece to it is to really bring back socialization with culinary at the center. We're in a highly technology climate right now, and our cell phones, our laptops, our notebooks. If you ever walked into a restaurant, 70% of the people dining are typically looking at some type of technological device, and we're losing our ability to be human and communicate and touch people. So that's the main drive of the business. There's about a 12% global oversaturation of chefs. Here on the Central Coast, it's actually 17%, so it's higher than the global average. So we plan to solve that as well.
At least a little bit of it, right?
A little bit.
Other feedback for him.
Wow. You did a great job.
So let me, I got one more tidbit just to throw at you.
Yeah.
Nonprofit organizations struggle to raise enough money to keep themselves going. And so a number of, especially nonprofit kids organizations, because I sit on the board of 2 of them, really have a great mission, but they struggle to raise money, to get money. So partnering up with a kids organization where you are doing a for-profit enterprise that gives a portion of that to the nonprofit can be very, very powerful. And you can get quite a bit of cooperation on a nonprofit. A nonprofit organization, people tend to feel that, well, wait a minute, you know, they can't make a profit. Oh, yes, they can, absolutely. And if they don't, they go out of business. But it's an IRS classification, not a financial classification. It's, a nonprofit is, the profits are not distributed back to the shareholders. So, you can make money, you can have a for-profit element inside your nonprofit. The for-profit element has to pay taxes, of course, but it can be a very interesting and very powerful source of revenue for some of these organizations. So they might be a very interesting play for you to go partner with, not between now and Friday, but
Right.
later on.
Thank you.
So, okay,
Can I add something for him?
sure.
So, I mean, I can tell it was your first time.
Yeah.
And one of the things, I don't know, it kind of threw me off, you're fidgeting a lot, posture.
Trust me, I know. I move and I turn and so.
The confidence level was shaky. Also, like when you're delivering a pitch, you have to make sure that you can say it to a 5-year-old, and then the 5-year-old can relate it back to an adult. You know, and then, yeah, and then the amount that you're asking for, I think it's too small. Because if you're trying to really go big with something, like all the things that you added on at the end, I don't think 50,000 is going to do anything. I mean, it might, you know, make a little noise, but it ain't gonna do nothing. That's like giving a mouse a little small piece of cheese. So those are some of the things that I noticed.
And the reason why, and that's a great point, the reason why I chose the $50,000 mark is the main cost for me right now is the development of the database and the web application that sits behind everything.
Yeah, but then you gotta roll it out, and you've got, usually the rollout costs are much, much higher than the development costs. So you've got advertising and people salaries that just have to start paying and that sort of stuff, so.
Okay.
So I would agree with him, the 50 grand is why are you in this competition? Why do you got a $1 million idea, don't sell it for 50,000.
Where did you get the idea from?
The idea was derived out of me being in sales for 16 years and logging about 100,000 miles per year and dining and eating, and the evolution of the restaurant or the culinary experience nationally has changed. There are underground culinary chefs that have a following, and there's the gourmet trucks. There are traveling restaurants. So what I thought is we can capture all of this new, exciting culinary services and put them all under one web-based product, so everybody has access.
So what are your plans for policy in terms of like health inspections and so forth? Will there be any role that you have to play since you're going to be more or less a platform that takes all of these somewhat underground?
No. Escoffiers will be certified as a chef certification. Well, mainly with the state and federal curriculum requirements.
I'm confused. I thought that I'm a person, I make a decent amount of money enough to pay for someone to make my food, and are you delivering it to me?
It's a doorstep or in-home.
Okay, so you have a delivery component. in addition to the fact that the chef is getting a certification, so my money is going towards an organization that is training a student. That student is making my meals, and you're going to be sending.
No, these are students that have graduated from culinary school and are looking, have an entrepreneurial spirit and are looking to bring their restaurant concept. And I see, these are all great questions.
So then
because
what does the certification do if they've already graduated
the
culinary school?
certification is, provides a validation to the quality of your fine dining experience. These are trained folks that have gone through culinary school. So they know how to prep the food, they understand all the health requirements, and they're presenting an actual experience in home, as opposed to you waiting 45 minutes to an hour to go to your favorite restaurant that probably 70% of the community in which it's located is trying to get into.
Where do you want to start this? Because if I were in San Francisco and you started here in Monterey, there's no way in hell you could deliver my food.
This is a web-based mobile application. So the rollout plan for, I have a beta culinary school here in Monterey that I will work with to design the actual application and delivery system. And then the rollout strategy is looking at the top 30 culinary schools and then providing services in those local areas, and then eventually rolling it out to the largest metropolitan areas that offer hospitality services.
I don't know if I missed it. Do you have customer validation?
Customer valid on the idea?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. The customer validation comes from CEOs and other sales executives that do a lot of traveling, are really busy, and appreciate fine dining.
So you obviously competed in the venture division, right?
Yes. Yes.
So, great job. I know how hard it is to get up in front of a room of people you've never met before. I wondered if you had an elevator pitch, like it was just, you're quick.
Yeah.
You
I'm
didn't-
developing it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of
Yeah.
like and I know this from my own experience too, and I'm working on this on my side,
Yeah.
is to have that pitch and everything works around it, but it's like that one idea that everything is built around is what gets people, it builds that
I've
compelling.
actually sent my elevator pitch and have gotten feedback this week on that very thing, so.
I think that's
Thank
gonna
you.
be, that's what's gonna be, drag their attention in really fast, like have that first meaty piece and then.
Yeah.
Well, everything you do with your elevator pitch is the discipline you want to have as a part of your pitch. So
Right.
the difference between the elevator pitch and your pitch is, well, I have more time in the pitch to give you information, but starting from the elevator pitch means I always have a story for you. I always have something to say. Good idea. All right, I'm gonna kick you off so somebody else can run. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Good job.
Can't hear.
Go for it. There you go.
So,
Okay, why not? Nothing to lose.
that's right.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. My name is Lily Hills, and my company is Peaceful Planet Products. And I am the only wellness company in the country to focus on the mental side of weight loss. Because we all already know we should be exercising and eating right. But without your mind on your team, it just doesn't happen. And that's why obesity rates are escalating, because everyone's thinking it's going to be the next diet that's going to get them to their natural and healthiest weight. But again, the psychological component is what's missing across the board, which is shocking, because billions of dollars are being spent on research to figure out how we're going to turn this around. So I struggled for about 15 years with compulsivity around food, about 65 pounds heavier than I am now. And this is what put me on the path to learn how to manage the thoughts that were making me reach for food I wasn't hungry for. So my product is an online training called Master Your Mind, Master Your Weight. So to overcome an addiction or a compulsion around anything, there needs to be daily training. So my program essentially is a training in learning how to eat in synchronicity with your physical appetites versus your emotional appetites. So it's an 11-course curriculum, and there are programs in there, basically jumpstart programs to teach you how to get your mind on routine. So the current situation in the corporate world is that they're spending about $64 billion a year on expenses related to obesity. Presenteeism, absenteeism, healthcare-related costs, a lot of their employees being stressed or depressed so they don't come into work because they're dealing with frustrations around their bodies or ailments that result from having excess weight. So most of the wise companies out there already have wellness programs that they are offering to their employees because they recognize when you invest in your employees, you can expect a return, not only in terms of their loyalty, but in terms of their ability to really be brand ambassadors and to show up at work excited for what they do. So the one area of the wellness arena that is the least profitable in terms of return on investment is the weight management department. Because again, most of these companies are offering Weight Watchers to their employees. It's another diet program. And the diets actually create an unnatural obsession with food. All the studies show that diets fail in 95 to 98% of all cases. So the companies have an interest in coming up with a wellness program around weight management that actually works, because so much of their money is going out and there's nothing coming back in. So that being said, the wellness program that I offer is all online, so their companies can access it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, when they're struggling the most around their compulsion with food. So not only does it have the curriculum and learning how to eat in alignment with your body, but it also offers meditations for overcoming the urge to eat when you're not hungry, and kind of a motivational component which gets them to understand that they're capable of overcoming this. They just haven't had the right map to the treasure because most of them have been using diets to lose weight in the past. So in terms of the potential for this, it's massive because corporations are the ones really that are interested in creating a healthier and happier employee base. And so the wellness program that I'm designing is going to, first of all, hopefully have a sales team that's going to approach the wellness departments within each of the major corporations and sell from that angle. I'm also going to be launched by one of the largest online publishers in the world, who's going to sell the product one-on-one. So that's another way that it can be distributed through JV partnerships. So where there are lots of companies out there that have these big mailing lists and they're looking for products to sell that are actually effective. And so this is one of the products that they could take on board and create a tremendous amount of financial abundance, because obesity is only escalating, and the products that are out there right now are not serving not only our country, but obesity has become a pandemic. And so my vision is the company will promote it in the wellness departments for major corporations and even smaller corporations, because they want to take care of their employees too. And the program is not just about weight loss, but it's about learning how to empower yourself to focus on any goal that you have and move towards it one thought at a time. So wellness departments, and then online JV partners, and even online publishers. Okay.
That was 5 minutes.
Okay. Got a short one.
Wow, that didn't seem like it was that long.
Thank you.
Interesting. Good job.
So, what did she miss?
How much it's gonna cost?
Cost and the financial revenue.
I think that was the biggest thing, because, I mean, for me personally, I got it right off the bat. And then if you could have came in with like a cost in your mind that you seamlessly, because an investor, once again, if they can catch it quick, then they're gonna say, they're just gonna get to the point. Because then there's nothing else that we need to talk about. I don't know if you watch Shark Tank, but I mean, this is just like it from there, so.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but
You're right.
that's what I was looking after, right after you said, let's switch it up.
Yeah.
You know, let's go with the mental, because it is a mental game. People don't think it's like, man, I could do this, but the food's right there, and then they're weak to their stomach. Like, I control this body, not my stomach.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
So,
And
That's how.
I didn't particularly understand, like, who you're trying to reach in this community of folks that are trying to lose weight but need to have that mental aspect.
Yeah.
Because that, I mean, there's
usually question too, why,
In the
Yeah.
size.
Target market.
And this- Who specifically is your target market? Who are those folks you're actually really trying to convince, other than the corporate people that work at the health and wellness center?
So the target market is predominantly because of this particular challenge. I do find that women are more likely to buy products that will help them to lose weight. So it would be women in the age categories of 30 to 55. That's the predominant market. However, I have found, so the product is all created. It's already ready to go. So there's no cost in setting that up. In fact, everything's ready to go in terms of sales funnels and so forth. The challenge is now, I'm a one-woman show. So doing it all on my own and selling to the corporations and then dealing with the questions that will obviously come from people dealing with the product for the first time. I want to be out there talking in the corporations and telling people, all right, this is how you work it, and kind of adding that extra little bit of impetus to actually use the program, because it only works if you're listening to it every single day.
Have you had anybody actually go through the program yet?
I have.
Any social proof that says that your program works and everybody's loving it and it's really changed their lives for the better?
I have, the people that have taken the program are absolutely loving it. And it's brand new, so I don't have the metrics yet. That's one of the challenges.
How many people have actually gone through the course?
Just about 5.
5, okay.
So this is really psychological, and you're uncovering all kinds of skeletons that people have. And have you considered marketing this to children?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Great.
This is an emotional education around body-centered eating. Eating, again, when your body tells you to versus the mind, because the mind, when we're stressed or depressed or overwhelmed or worried, we automatically want to make ourselves feel better, and food has become the drug of choice. However, my idea is absolutely, I want to see this to be a curriculum that we teach every child, you know. This is what hunger feels like, and you wait till you feel that before you feed your body, and you choose the food that is going to make your body the healthiest and strongest.
What you just said, that one line that you started with for him, was super powerful.
Yeah.
Body-centered. When
Yeah.
you flip into your mind and you go da-da-da-da-da,
Yeah.
stop right there, that's your elevator pitch. That shit was magic.
Okay, I forget what I said now.
Yeah, well, but, so, both of these guys hit it. When you started out, you talked about the fact that this was not a diet program, that this was a mind-centric process. As far as I was concerned, that was the kicker. I said, okay, good, she's got something. Now she's got a product. I believe that this could be made to work. So you're done. Now tell me about your business.
Okay.
You kept selling us the product. They kept selling us the product.
Yes.
And we didn't need it. We were all saying, well, who
Yeah.
cares? She's gonna make money. How's she gonna make money? How much is she gonna make? She didn't tell us.
Okay,
you know?
yes, that makes total sense.
And the other thing that is, the Obamacare label. The healthcare industry is really evolving rapidly. And so how does this, your business, capitalize on that evolution?
That's a great question. And what I've already started to try and make a move into each of those, the healthcare companies that I have any connection with. They are very slow to change their way of thinking. Anything, it just seems like within the corporate world in general, they're afraid to move outside of what they're already doing. So the wellness companies I've met with, they've said, oh, we've got Weight Watchers. even though it doesn't work, and history has proven that. So, but they're afraid to move beyond it, and I found that the healthcare companies are even a little bit more so.